Hello everybody and welcome to a Monday, beginning of the stream week. So what we are doing today is we are going to continue on our Factorio playthrough and continue with a big and massive multiplayer base that already I've been doing 90%, 95% on my own. So but again, it allows people to jump in and join and help out if they want to. So let's get into the game where we left off on Friday. Now I think we had just got our multiplayer browse public games, just so that you know where it is. There it is. We've put 59 hours into it so far. Crazy. Right, and the password is super secret. Just ask in chat. Alright, so I think what we left off yesterday is, or Friday, sorry, was we had just got our nuclear power station up, a new one. Alright, so we got the small one, but we put up a really big one. So this is currently being built at the moment. Okay, the reason for this one being built is where is it? Yeah, we need to start putting in a lot of modules and things like that in these things and stuff. So we are going to start using up a lot of fuel. We've actually got a module station up here. There we go. So we're putting this new module station to create modules, but of course we're running out of resources to create the module. So I mean, we've got to make more greens, we've got to make more reds, we've got to make more of everything. So right now what I am thinking of is let's just head down to the nuclear station. We were busy doing the piping. We were getting the piping right. And I'm thinking I'm going to actually I want to see what's going on here. I'll put this up there. Okay. And this guy needs some power, so let's put this up there. There we go. Okay, now there's a lot of concrete. Does it really need all this concrete? It doesn't really, but I mean it's just busy building. It's really you're waiting for the steam turbines and everything else to kind of get going. Everything is covered by that. We've got a link up there, so that's good. We've cleared the area. We've got our pipes for our pumps, offshore pumps done over here. Pretty much what we've done at the top as well. If I look at the top, you can see kind of we've got a whole pipe layout over here. So what we need to do is we need to put in pipes at the bottom as well. But the question is, I need pipes in order to do that. So we've got that there. So I mean, I can't possibly throw these guys. Kind of that would push them up there. Could do that. Okay, so that would bring them now. The problem that you've got. Okay, I don't know what this guy is here. I'll move him. gonna have this guy up there. What's those? What now? Gonna have these sort of turn, and they need to turn sort of to the right so that they can go there. I just need a lot of pipe. But this is still building at the moment. So that's making it a little bit difficult. There's some pipe going. Oh, shit. That was close. So let's see how is the pipes going over here. See, it's grabbing the pipes from there, so it's making pipes as fast as it can. Could speed it up a little bit by making this into yellow factories, increasing the pipe production. We've got kind of problem with plastic. That's kind of the red circuits is our issue at the moment. And it's not like, I mean, the blue bolts aren't really going to help this much. It's just not enough red. Other thing that I noticed, let me grab. Oh, crap. Oh, oops. I pressed space by mistake. I pressed space by mistake. I set things alight. Oops. How rude. Alright, let me grab some of these. Actually. Hey, Fobo! How's it going? He's pro. He's pro, dude. Pro. Right, so I need to... one other thing I wanted to do. To change to blue. I'll change you on my other game. Spending a little... You know what? This weekend I played... I played No Man's Sky this weekend. I won't lie. In fact, this week in the evenings, I've decided I am going to be doing some No Man's Sky. I know. Screw you. Yeah. It's actually been improved a hell of a lot. It really has. Let's do this. So it's gonna go in there faster. Yeah, it's I will give them props for improving it big time. I mean, they really have improved it. Yeah, they really did. I still won't change my rating because the lies at the beginning, they don't. Yeah, I've started using the mouse wheel. I found that out. I found out the mouse wheel, but still, it's still a horrible. It's still a horrible thing. I don't like it at all. I want a proper toolbar. I see there. This one as well. I want a proper toolbar that will. you know, that will actually allow me to put things that I use a lot, you know, on the toolbar. Yeah, I started getting used to it. So, Poibal, are you playing normal or are you playing survival? Because I started a game with normal and it just seemed, to put it blunt, it just seemed too easy. So, I mean, I'll continue with my survival game. I did play a couple of hours in the survival. Which I'm just having a look here. Any other resource? What resource? Okay, that's actually getting enough. Eventually we'll have to increase this one. Oh, so this one we're probably going to increase this pretty soon to give it a higher load. Yeah, but you see, Boba, that's kind of, it needs that. It needs that. Otherwise, it's just almost like playing creative. I don't know, but that's, you know, people play what they like. But yeah, I've, after playing survival, trying to play normal just felt wrong. Yeah, well, that's what I want to get to. I want to get to the part where I'm doing freighters and stuff like that. You know, so there's definitely more to it. In survival, I've made myself. I played like 2 or 3 more hours on the weekend, and I made myself about 4 million. So I'll see how I go. I'm gonna play the whole of this week and see how far I can get from there. Right, so everything looks fine over here. That's working. Oh, copper. Copper is something that seems to be a problem. Alright, so look at this copper. Alright, so it's got all these things, but it's not filling up all these things. Now it is loading. So let's see if I can get that to work a little bit better. And this is all while we're waiting for this to finish building the nuclear plant. I mean, it's busy building the nuclear plant, but there's not much more we can really do until the bots just finish building that. So I want to go over here and see if I can maybe regulate some stuff. I think what was copper over there? Yeah, copper's here. Alright, so let's see. This seems to be working fine here. Now look at this. Now since it's, you know, it's kind of loading, you see this one seems to be taking a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do, since it doesn't really matter because it's, I'm going to see if I can share these guys. You know, kind of, so if one filled up, it will do use the others. And that should be dividing between them. Well, let's try this. me? There we go. Hey, Parrot Math! You're late. You're late, Parrot Math. You're late. That is so rude. Oh, so you see, look what's happened there. Alright, so it's kind of pushing it all. So it's trying to even that out a bit. I mean, it's a bit of a mess, but again, this thing doesn't matter. It's loading. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's getting to the thing, so that these things are always full. It's not waiting for anything. That should solve these boxes filling up quick enough. Like vegetables, I saw a good deal there. Vegetables? I love veggies. Veggies are yummy. Veggies are yummy. Yummy veggies. Yummy for my tummy. Okay, so that's... Oh, so that seems to be kind of hopefully speeding that load up a bit. I eat my veggies and I know what? I enjoy them. Oh, you know what I'm going to do over here? I'm going to do this. So you see there's a lot coming in, so that's good. You see these guys are all fine. But now this, not this. There we go. So where's this going? Oh, this is going to this plastic. Alright, so now how can I speed up this plastic? Because this is kind of... I need to speed these guys up. That's kind of fall in the base, but I mean, actually no, we don't really need to, because eventually they'll be replaced by our new plastic processing which we built. Hey, Captain Kim. So what have you been up to, Captain Kim? Actually, let's give Captain Kim a... Oh, Dungeon Defenders 2. Oh, so what's happening? Oh, the plastic is not... What? Oh, too much heavy oil. Alright, so the heavy oil is... There's too much heavy oil. So I think we're going to have to make another one of these. Well, I'm going to need pipe. Oh, I have the pipe. Nice! Let me make a bunch of these. Actually, I have pipes. How do I get pipes? Really? All your friends? I didn't get a copy. Oh. Does that mean I'm not your friend? How rude. How rude. Apparently I'm not Fogel's friend. Wow! Alright, so I wonder if I can take see if that speeds it up. See, because this is actually slowing this whole process down. Who gave me radioactive material? Don't worry, I've got 24k of lube. I've got all the lube. Important. Damn it. The heavy oil, it's not processing fast enough. Let me see, have I got any more? How's this going? Have I made any more of these? No, I haven't. What am I missing? I'm missing blue circuit. Yeah, I'm missing blue circuit. I'm missing blue and red. Blue, red. Definitely red. You're changing them to sloppy atoms. But BK. See, the bigger problem with this is I'm just not getting when the coal liquefaction that is working but I'm not getting enough. This can sort of alleviate the problem, but it's not really a good solution. It will alleviate it for a bit. So I'm gonna have to I mean, but do this. So there, everything's working, pushing, but it's not really alleviating the problem. There you go. See, that's kind of. See, more green lights are turning on. These guys are maxing out on this stuff. That's the loop's done. I have all the lube I could possibly use. But I've got to. Just not cracking the stuff fast enough. The push main. Oh, whoa. Is that the leaked stuff? Is that what everybody's talking about the leaked notes? Well, regardless of whether it's leaked or not, I honestly, it's with Star Citizen, I don't know, I'm just, I don't know, it's just it's becoming more disappointing every day. Yeah, it's true, but I mean, it's that would, like, I mean, when they release the notes, they try to spin it in a different way. But I mean, this is like it's a difference between the real thing and the marketing thing, and they keep saying, oh, we're trying to give you the real stuff all the time, not, you know, it's essentially, you know, again, it's kind of like publishers. Everybody goes says, oh, you know, publishers are evil, publishers are blah blah blah. The one thing publishers do ensure is that people actually think about timelines and what they can do and can't do, and actually try to be a little bit more realistic with them. You know, which unfortunately Star Citizen, their whole timelines have never been realistic. You know, and you end up with a lot of disappointed people. Now, I know development is hard. As you discover more things, you know, you have to change. Things change all the time. It's development is constant change. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of, you need to be somewhat accountable for those changes, and unfortunately, they are not. Which is an issue. Well, horrible. 200 people in the Shard is way more than they've got at the moment. They can't even get performance working with a few people. You know, it's like, I don't know. I would like to play with 200 people. You know, so it's kind of like, I mean, it's a difficult thing. Yes, yes, there's all the meshing tech in there, but if they can't even get a simple 50-person thing to work smoothly, how are they ever going to grow on that? You know, that's kind of, and that's why I've been pushing so hard for them to actually demonstrate that they can actually get 50 people in a server working smoothly. Yeah, I know, I understand the whole meshing tech. I'm not going on about the meshing tech. I'm going, you know, the meshing tech is like it's a very interesting tech, and if they can pull it off, great. You know, there's a lot of tech out there. Like, for example, like Guild Wars and stuff like that. They tend to have Champions Online, never. D&D Online, Neverwinter Online, all those tend to have single server tech where they have kind of the things instanced. So when so everybody is playing on, you know, sort of the one server, kind of the server is instanced and it brings up and down as required. You know, as it fills up, they open up a new one, and that. I don't mind that tech. You know, that's been around for ages. You know, and it doesn't cause any slowdowns and stuff like that. You know, it's that type is around. So I mean, the meshing is interesting, but but you have to be able to handle a lot of stuff on the screen at the same time. And if they can't do that, there's a problem. And they haven't shown any ability to do that yet. Now, everybody says object container streaming and bind color are the keys. Yeah, we've heard that for a long time. They keep pushing it back. They keep. To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if 3.3 doesn't have object container streaming and doesn't have bind culling. I wouldn't be shocked by that either. They've been putting it off for the entire year so far. So that's. And then, but they've also said that stuff. Oh, don't expect that to be the answer to everything. They've already started making statements like that, which is kind of worrying. Because they've been hopping that as the answer to everything. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand what they're doing. I mean, if you can have the inside of a ship running on a different server than the outside of the ship, and you have the communication between it, passing objects but outside and inside, then what happens outside doesn't affect what's happening inside, as far as kind of safer communication and stuff like that, because really outside people don't need to know what's going on inside your ship. Only parts that actually affect the outside. So there's a lot of those sort of things which, the server meshing could help with. But it's that's where you kind of have many servers talking together. But again, I don't know how they are going to implement it and stuff like that. Okay, but anyway, look at this. Alright, so you're actually producing more petroleum. Oh, lovely. I guess the problem, this is already almost full. So I actually need another one of these. Alright, let me go grab some more of that. No, what I'm saying, no, don't twist what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they can't even get a small amount of people working. It's all right. So the game, there's a certain amount of. There's a lot of tech that they're putting in the game that really is there for the sake of having new fancy tech. Now, regardless of whether, it's for the future, for the whatever, it's how long you've got to decide how long it is people are willing to wait for a game. And I think at the moment they are starting to push the limits of what people, and that's kind of why they're getting a lot of the bad press. Is that I understand what they want to do technology, and it's great. It's great that they want to push the boundaries and stuff like that. But it's at the same time, it's it is starting to get to people how long they're actually taking to do all this stuff. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. I mean, they can't even get a stable 50 working. So Do I have any confidence of them being able to get the new tech working? At the moment, I'm going to be honest and say no, I don't. If they're able to do it, I would say congratulations, well done, this is great. But at the moment, they've shown no ability to be able to do that, and that's kind of where the issue comes in. What am I doing? Oh, we wanted to get more of these guys. And okay. Yeah, it's still very much in the demo stage. It is not. It is far from an actual playable game. Alright. Forward is the two things. Early access as opposed to release game. Right? A lot of the things in early access, if you do not have things working properly in an early access game, you know, like basic stuff, people, there's certain expectations of an early access game as opposed to a release game. And the problem is, with early access, people expect a certain level of optimization so that it's actually playable to a certain extent. And that's just, you know, whether it's right or wrong, that is the penalty of going early access. And unfortunately, SE has never sort of met that expectation. And that's kind of a problem. No, I'm not talking about Steam rules. I'm talking about general expectation of early access. There's no, even Steam doesn't have particularly rules on, like hardcore rules on a lot of that stuff. I'm talking about general expectation. And the thing is, people judge a game in early access, right or wrong, you know, based on what is actually playable. You know, they base it on the experience, and they expect a game that is actually playable to some extent. And Star Citizen is definitely not at all. You know, because, and so yeah, it's, although it's not termed early access, it's still, that's the perception people have of it. And I mean, I know you're doing a little bit of devil's advocate and blah blah blah, but it's yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, I was a big supporter of SE, and now I'm kind of like, not even sure if the thing's even going to come out anymore. Yep, they've rewritten large. I mean, which is part of the thing. I think maybe okay. So the biggest problem SE had was they got too much money. That was their biggest problem. That is the number one problem with Star Citizen. They got too much money. So they had their plans up to a certain point. Then they got more money. The scope just blew out of the water. You know, I mean, the fact that you can go from space to a planet, you know, without any loading screen, yeah, it's nice. Is it needed? Not really. I mean, Elite does it just fine going from space instance into a planet instance. They do the transition really well. You know, you don't notice that you're doing that. You know, so it's kind of like, did they have to do that? Or did they only do that because they had the money to do that? You know, and to spend the time researching. So it's kind of like, there's a lot of, and of course everybody's got different opinions on this stuff. And everybody's opinion is wrong except for mine. You know, that's kind of, you know, that's to be expected. Alright, so let's have a look here. So let's see if we can get, oh Jesus, get the tubing right. Okay, so that is actually filling up some red stuff. So that's good, because now it's getting plastics. So that has improved that a bit. But again, it's life would be boring if we all thought the same. You know what I'm gonna do? Can I actually even slow this down a bit? See, half the stuff is going to... Not if that one person that ever thought the same as wasn't. Ah! You could say insane, you could say think different. I don't know. I know nothing. Jon Snow. Jon Snow knows nothing. This we can all agree on. We can all agree that Jon Snow does, in fact, know nothing. Oh, so let's have a look. Now, if I'm going to push this there. Okay. Then ah, crap. Don't want to. Yeah. If I take this guy, okay. And then Shit. Oh, there, hit 2, that will be alright. Pipe down, you. Okay, so that's all the pipes going that way. Right, and now bring this up. So that's over there. We'll do that there. There. Okay. Now the same needs to be done over here. So we are just getting all these pipes right.